Picture this, a world where machines aren't just tools, but sentient beings that can think, learn, and create beyond anything we can imagine. This is the world that we're now entering with the rise of artificial intelligence and generative AI. It's both exciting and scary at the same time, isn't it? We've seen so many movies and read so many books about the rise of the machines, but now it's becoming a reality. The machines are evolving faster than we ever thought possible, and as they do, they're challenging the very definition of what it means to be human. We can't help but wonder, what does the future hold for us in a world where AI is capable of doing everything we can do and more? Will they lead us down a brighter future, one where we have more time to focus on things that truly matter? Or will they lead us down a dark and dangerous path, where machines rule and humans are relegated to second-class citizens? The answer is anyone's guess, but one thing's for sure, the rise of AI is going to change the world as we know it. The question is, will we be ready for it? Okay, hold on to your hats folks, because we're about to dive headfirst into the world of generative AI. You may have heard the term before, but let me break it down for you. It's artificial intelligence that can actually create new content, not just analyze or act on existing data. It's like having a machine that can dream up new ideas and concepts on its own, without any human intervention. And if you've been on Twitter lately, you've probably seen OpenAI's latest product, ChatGPT, taking the internet by storm. In just 5 days, this revolutionary technology has amassed over 1 million followers, which is absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, we're talking about a product that launched on the 30th of November 2022, and it's already changing the game in a major way. But what really is ChatGPT? What exactly is OpenAI? And how does this innovative technology actually work? Generative AI has become a hot topic in Silicon Valley, with OpenAI at the forefront of discussion. You may have seen Dalle, a text-to-image AI software that generates graphics from simple written inputs. Dalle 2 is an OpenAI system that can take simple text descriptions, such as a koala dunking a basketball, and turn it into a hyper-realistic visual that has never existed before. So, OpenAI is a company that was founded back in 2015 by Sam Altman and none other than Elon Musk himself. Yup, the same Elon Musk who's known for his innovative companies like Tesla and SpaceX. Although he stepped down from his role as co-founder in 2018 to focus on Tesla, he still supports and advises the OpenAI team. Their goal from the very beginning was to advance digital intelligence in a way that benefits humanity. They want to use technology to create solutions that can help us overcome some of our biggest challenges and make life better for everyone. I think that's pretty cool, don't you? So at its heart, OpenAI is a research company focused on artificial intelligence. They even recently shifted from being a non-profit organization to a capped profit one. Despite not being involved into the day-to-day operations anymore, Elon Musk has shared his thoughts on their latest program called ChatGPT, saying it's scary good. But before we dive into ChatGPT, it's worth mentioning that it's not the first attempt at an AI chatbot. Microsoft tried their hand at it back in 2016 with Tay, but it all went downhill within the first 24 hours because some Twitter users thought it some pretty nasty and offensive language, which ultimately led to its downfall. Meta also launched BlenderBot 3 in August, but it faced similar issues. Not only did it provide false information, but it struggled with questions like who won the 2020 presidential election, suggesting that Trump had won. So, it's clear that creating an AI chatbot that can interact with people without causing harm or spreading misinformation is a tough nut to crack. OpenAI is taking steps to avoid those kinks we talked about earlier by using a moderation API. This system helps developers by flagging any content that goes against their policies, such as illegal or unsafe information. While it's not perfect, it's certainly a step in the right direction. And have you heard of GPT-3? It's a natural language system that can write, argue, and even code. ChatGPT uses an upgraded version of this incredible technology to generate text at lightning-fast speeds. Now let's get to the good stuff. What is ChatGPT, you ask? Well, according to OpenAI, they've trained a model that can interact with people in a conversational way. Unlike previous chatbots, ChatGPT can answer follow-up questions, admit when it's wrong, challenge incorrect assumptions, and even reject inappropriate requests. But wait, there's more. ChatGPT can do so much more than just chat. It can correct grammar, summarize complex text into simple concepts, turn movies into emojis, and even fix bugs in Python code. This revolutionary technology is the third update to OpenAI's generative pre-training idea, which is changing the way we interact with robots and AI. ChatGPT was first released for beta testing back in November 2021 through the Playground, and now they've launched it officially last year with a promise to avoid any harmful outputs. The software was trained by AI and machine learning with huge amounts of text data from various sources. And get this, they use something called RLHF, which stands for Reinforcement Learning from Human Feedback, to train it even better. Apparently, the Times newspaper in the UK described ChatGPT as a quote-unquote stunning lifelike conversation language system and the quote-unquote world's first truly useful chatbot. Sounds pretty impressive, right? But we do have to keep in mind the limitations and challenges that come with this kind of technology. The demand for ChatGPT was so high that its website even froze. More than 1 million people signed up to use the software in just 5 days, which is absolutely mind-blowing. OpenAI had to quickly scale their systems to keep up. However, since ChatGPT is still in its early stages of development, its knowledge base is limited and mostly linked to 2021, so it might not be able to answer every question out there. Elon Musk, who was one of the founders of OpenAI but stepped down in 2018, has also expressed some concerns about ChatGPT. When he found out that OpenAI was accessing Twitter's database to train the chatbot, he paused the access, citing that the company is no longer non-profit and open source. Therefore, they should pay for this information in the future. There are also ethical implications that come with this type of chatbot, particularly around recent videos that show coders using it to write their code and school kids using it to answer exam questions. The traditional approach to homework and exams, which often involve the use of books and notes, is now becoming outdated in today's world. Additionally, there have been instances where some individuals have managed to circumvent content moderation measures put in place for AI chatbots, leading to ethical guidelines being disabled. This has even included the sharing of tutorials on creating explosive devices such as the Molotov cocktail, which is highly concerning. The implications of such generative AI technologies extend beyond the immediate concerns of safety and security, with the potential to also impact people's privacy and lead to proliferation of deepfake videos, explicit content, and propaganda. Furthermore, it is important to consider the impact of generative AI on the job market, as it could potentially lead to displacement of workers. The text-to-image AI Dalle 2 has now been linked with Shutterstock, which has sparked controversy due to concerns that individuals may now be competing with artificial intelligence to sell and market their photos online. Nonetheless, Shutterstock CEO Paul Hennessy maintains a distinct perspective on the matter, stating that, "I think there are two choices in this world. Be the blacksmiths that are saying cars are going to put us out of the horseshoe-making business, or be the technical leaders that bring people maybe kicking and screaming into the new world." However, this doesn't solely pertain to photographs. Some individuals are suggesting that ChatGPT's capacity to create written text that resembles human language could potentially mark the beginning of the end for journalism. Others, however, argue that it lacks the subtlety and analytical and moral reasoning abilities that are essential in this field. The threats that ChatGPT presents to society may appear alarming, but these threats and challenges will also enable OpenAI to address vulnerabilities and workarounds, which is why they have made this version available to the general public. They have already acknowledged that some of the answers may be incorrect since there is no single source of truth within the data that is employed to train the model. ChatGPT's sophisticated language abilities sometimes lead people to assume that its responses are completely accurate. However, despite some limitations and concerns, there are also many positive aspects to ChatGPT's capabilities. For instance, it has become an invaluable tool for online businesses, helping to provide prompt and natural customer service through online chat queries, ultimately leading to better sales conversions. Many in the tech world view ChatGPT as a window into the future of generative AI, which could potentially redefine how we interact with the internet. Some even speculate that this technology could signal the end of Google's reign as the most dominant search engine, as people may prefer to simply ask ChatGPT a question and receive an accurate response. Currently, ChatGPT's Q&A service is free to the public. but some have suggested that future iterations could include a cost per question model, with the possibility of adverts or microtransactions. While it's impossible to predict the future, the emergence of this technology could have significant implications, potentially leading to mass unemployment in the arts industry or becoming a useful tool for students seeking to cheat on their homework. Well folks, we've reached the end of our chat about ChatGPT. It's clear that this new technology is causing quite a stir in the tech world, and with good reason. Its impressive rise to popularity in such a short amount of time has made it the talk of the town. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. While it's certainly making waves, we have to remember that ChatGPT is still in its early stages of development. Who knows what kind of crazy new features and capabilities it might have in the future. For now, we can all enjoy its meme-generating abilities and marvel at its somewhat human-like responses. But as with any new technology, we must also consider the potential risks and limitations. Regardless of what happens, I for one am excited to see how generative AI like ChatGPT will shape the world we live in. Who knows? Maybe someday it'll be running the show and we'll all be living in a real-life sci-fi movie. Until then, let's continue to explore the potential of this fascinating technology and stay curious about what the future holds. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll all have our own personal ChatGPT to keep us company and make us laugh.